Yo, what's going on, guys? Epic Funny Adventures here, and it's been a long time. 4 months since my last upload, and 3 years since my last how-to video. Today, I'm here to grant the wishes that I've seen in the last video. But before we get into all that, if you're new to the video, like this video if you want. Subscribe to show more support, and leave a comment down below to let me know exactly what you guys want to see in the next build, or if you guys are, just satisfied with the Potara fusion. Um, as far as it goes with the whole situation with this video, I could get into where I've been, what I've been doing, but if you want to find all that out, you can just wind up clicking on the video link down below of no thumbnail, no script. Let's just talk. That will explain exactly where I'm standing at with my channel, why I haven't been uploading, or anything like that. Pretty lengthy, yes, but I know it will cover a lot of base with what I've been trying to do with my videos or my channel as a whole. So before we get into the video, a little bit of disclaimer. All right. So first off, I just want to start off by saying thank you guys for the amount of subscribers I have, for supporting me. I'm at 140 subscribers. Once I hit 150, I will technically have 100 subscribers. Then when my YouTube channel kind of really kicked off, I noticed that a lot of people wind up staying around for the how-to videos mostly, and really don't care about the other videos, which is perfectly fine. You pick your poison, right? So I just want to start off by saying, if you guys would be so kindly to wait until the end of the video, or skip to the end of the video if that's what you want to hear something I have to say about my Twitch. I will leave the timestamp. Actually, I'll leave the timestamp on the screen right now, so that way you guys can wind up seeing it. Secondly, the second disclaimer I want to wind up dropping is that even though you play any type of tactics or anything like that within the game, you can use this build for fun and engaging purposes. Even if you wind up playing cheese, or if you just want to wind up trolling, or if you just want a different pace to play the game, this video would be perfect, and it will wind up helping you. Lastly, the last thing I have to wind up saying is that a lot of principles for this Potara fusion video has already been covered within the how to make a fusion build. A lot of key principles, like in terms of stats and in terms of like the overall concept of what makes the build tick. You can find that out within the fusion build video, which you can check in the description box below, and I'll leave a link to that on how to make a fusion build. But 9 times out of 10, you guys probably already came. You guys came from that video as a whole. Now, with that being said, I think we should want to get into this video. I've talked long enough, and I know you guys came here to understand how to do this. So, like how all of my how-to videos, I will be addressing 3 parts of the video. The first part will be the lore, as we dive into what exactly am I using to make the inspiration behind the build, make the build tick, make the build feel more alive, and come to fruition to feel the things that you need to feel. The second part is that we'll wind up addressing the appearance, exactly how you need to wind up looking, the CAC that you would need to use, or anything that you would need to do to make the build feel more just like what it needs to be. And thirdly, we will be talking about the stats. Now, as I stated in the disclaimer, I will only be talking about the highlights for this video, the slight differences that's between the fusion build and the Potara fusion build, because there's a lot of similarities that has already been answered within that video. So with that being said, first, we're going to talk about the lore. So as we know, there are many factors that makes the fusion build and Potara fusion build similar. The first is that Potara is way stronger than fusion damage, which was stated by Elder Kai. I believe it's because of the multiplier, but if memory serves me well, and remembering the Goku Black versus Vegito fight, I believe that it's because of the time limit. Time limit is the reason why the Potara fusion is way stronger. It is also because of the multiplier, but it's been stated that Gogeta is way stronger than Potara fusion. So to say Potara fusion or fusion dance is stronger than Potara, this is yet to be seen because, well, it hasn't been animated in a fight between the two. The second point that I'm going to be that is lore behind this is that apparently, depending on your transformation, it winds up killing the fusion build or Potara fusion build way faster. Normally, you could stay within it within an hour, but considering the fact that Gowasu, I think that was his name. It's been a minute since I've seen Super, but said that normally, if you're not Elder Kai, you would wind up staying within the Potara fusion build for only an hour. And because of Super Saiyan Blue, it drains the time limit by X amount that nobody knows how much. But with these two things, we can wind up using these two factors, or three, depending on how you want to take the lore. We can use these factors to explain what we need to do to make a Potara fusion build happen. So first, considering the fact that any race, you could use any race, just like the fusion build video, it will still work the same. If you're a Namekian and you want to, be more human, let's say you want to fuse with an Earthling or something, you will wind up making the character, adjust the height, however you want to adjust it between you and your friend, but, and you want to change the skin tone color, to something more humanoid if you're the Namekian. Let's see, we'll probably go with, this seems more human-like, right? Yeah, this seems more humanoid-like. So yeah, you'll probably want to go with something that's like this type of skin tone to make the Earthling build and the Namekian build become, more in sync if you're trying to do the Potara fusion build. Now, the only slight differences that we'll be talking about in this video is that we'll wind up talking about the clothes. Now, normally I can't wind up using clothes from the other race because, well, it can only be used within the confounds of whatever race you decide to choose. Meaning, if you choose the Namekian, this outfit is only restricted to Namekians, and so forth and so forth. But now that I address exactly how you're supposed to wind up doing it for the build and exactly how you're supposed to look the part, I just want to make this small factor before we jump into the stat portion of this. Basically, if you are making an Elder Kai build or a Supreme Kai build, the stats are kind of a little bit different. I will wind up addressing this in a couple of seconds, but I just want to wind up throwing that out there before we wind up jumping into the next section of this. With that being said, let's jump into the stat portion of this video. All right, so here we are in the stat portion part of this video. First, like I said, I was going to wind up addressing a little bit of what I meant about the being a Kaioshin, aka a Supreme Kai. Being a Supreme Kai will overall affect this build, and I'll get into that in maybe roughly about like a minute or two here. Being a Supreme Kai will wind up affecting the build, and it will actually change. Your stats will actually change depending on if you are being a Supreme Kai or if you're just a mixed race of being a Frieza and a Namekian or two Saiyans or, etc., etc. So, getting back down to what I was saying, I just want to wind up addressing a little bit more about the appearance. I'm using my Earthling race here, Target, but essentially you will want to make your character kind of look more like this instead of the whole fusion-based character of using the Gogeta outfit, with, let me show you guys real quick. If I could just find it. Hold up. Ah, there it is. Instead of you guys rocking something like this, unless you're naturally rocking that as a chest piece, you guys want to stay away from this. You guys will make, really what you guys will really want to do, you will want to make sure that you have a fusion of your outfit and your friend's outfit. Whoever's the dominant personality, however, that outfit would be more catered towards the dominant personality, than the non-dominant personality. So now to talk about the stats, I'm just gonna wind up getting into this real quickly. A big portion of this kind of was already explained in the Fusion Stat build video. So again, you can check the description box below to be able to go into the other video and understand where exactly the time placement is for that. So what you guys will want to do, what you guys will really want to do with this build is that you guys want to make sure that your stamina is the highest. I know it's a little weird because I know you guys would be like, but Kai, you know what I'm saying? Like, Gogeta and Vegito in the game has high stamina, so why doesn't the Fusion Stat build have high stamina? Well, to simplify it, it's really because of the fact that Gogeta is supposed to be superior, quote unquote, to Vegito. I know it seems a little confusing because of the fact that I'm saying that Gogeta or Vegito is stronger than Gogeta. But apparently it did come out that Gogeta would be able to defeat Vegito if Vegito was able to hold himself over until the fusion dance run out, which is why I say the time limit is playing a huge factor in Potara over the fusion dance. So you will want to make sure that you have your stamina as your highest point. If you are a Supreme Kai or a Kaioshin, you want to make sure that your stats is 124. Don't put it in 125 because the last stat point doesn't do absolutely nothing in the stat. But if you're anything that's not a Kaioshin race, then you will want to make sure that your stats is maybe 115 and lower. Higher than the average stamina gauge, like I stated in my videos, you will want to make sure that your stamina or your stats will never go past 100 to keep the balance. As far as what your second stat would be, your second stat would have to wind up being whatever is your highest, whatever is the dominant personality. That would be yours. Whoever is the dominant personality, I mean, between you and your friend, that would be the second best stat. Now the third best stat would always will go back to your friend. It's up to you if you want to incorporate that third stat, but really what you want to focus on is whatever is the stamina being the highest because of that time limit. I feel like the stamina gauge pushes the time limit a little bit further, and I feel like the stamina gauge represents that time limit. It's very good in power, but it's very consuming when you get your stamina broken. It's very strenuous on the users. And with that being said, like I said, it's really not too much I can say about the stats. That's pretty much the overall gist of it. But in all hindsight, knowing is half the battle. My name is Epic Funny Adventures. You guys can just call me Kai. And I think that just about wraps up this video. Like I said, in a couple of seconds here, I do have like a little bit of a small announcement for Twitch if you guys want to stick around for that. But if you guys don't want to, I'll catch you guys in the next adventure. Peace. So, like I said, this is very important. Tonight at exactly 9:30 CST, come find out the time zone, find out your time step and anything like that. I will be live streaming Resident Evil 7. I'm not able to post a message on my official YouTube account because I'm not at a certain subscriber threshold, but hopefully this video winds up reaching you guys. If you guys do miss the live stream, worry not. I'm gonna leave the description, check the description to see my Twitch channel account. Follow me on Twitch, because if I ever do go live for whatever reason, you guys could just meet me on Twitch and we could just have a good old time. If you follow me, you'll be able to see when I'm recording. With that being said, that wraps up this video. Peace.